Improvements on his leg cycle, eliminating the overstride and improving his arms. We'll focus on the arms a little bit later. Just going to focus on some supplementary stuff that I threw in the first video, which was looking at foot tracking, foot placement. Just see where we are in relation to that. So in terms of before, if we look at the left foot, so foot tracking is the path that the foot takes in the leg cycle, and it happens at toe off. So toe off is when the foot leaves the ground. So we do that from the line to the heel. So before, the foot started to move away from the line, then it had quite a flick in, and then it came away from that line and landed at an angle, pointing away to that corner of the treadmill. So that arrow is saying 79 degrees on there in terms of that position. If we just play it through and we look at where we are after, so we just get to a point where we will get into toe off on that after. Now, interestingly, this is really good pause in position where we got that foot heel straight on that particular landing. So we got an angle of 85 there, which is an excellent position. So if we look at the foot tracking at toe off, so we'll just wait till it gets extended. So that's where we're starting to get the extension from the toe, and again we'll just have that dot coming down that position there. So as we've just shown before, started to come away. We had a small proportion, and then it landed outside. So we follow here. Foot follows the tracking all the way through that particular line. Comes away a little bit at the end, at that point there, and then lands right into the centre. So an improvement on the foot tracking from that left hand side, that left side, which is absolutely excellent, and a good knee position as well. We've still got this is very subjective, but I would say that foot has straightened up in terms of the angle of the toe, but there's still a little bit of work to be doing on thinking about the consistencies, the repeats. So as I've highlighted that first placement where we had that first position where the feet were nicely in line, it's just getting that consistency of landing them accurately as well. So that's good improvement on the tracking from that left side, which is excellent. So if we just move that on, we'll just get rid of some of the lines here. The next point was looking at where the feet were landing, and we had crossover on the right. So we'll just highlight where we are there. So we had before, as that foot comes in, and we do that by bringing a line through that centre dot here, and we can see where we had that foot crossing over that centre line. If we look at where we are after, we'll just play a couple of images of that as well. So again, the contrast we had it slightly crossing over, and then it starts to. So it's working on consistency, and there'll always be aspects of technique that we'll just need to follow. So we can see there again where that right foot was highlighted as crossing. If we look at after, and again I'll show a couple of frames, a couple of portions of the leg cycle. So after, on here, we've come more to the side of that line. We've still got a little bit portion of crossover, so it's just a case of working on that foot, landing on two tracks, and that will come because it's already made that improvement there in terms of on that position. If I play it through, just a couple of leg cycles. Again, we can see that we are still getting close to that line and crossing over, not as significantly as we have shown on before. So good improvement, but still just keep working on thinking about landing on 2 tracks, knees and toes nicely forward. And if we come into one more, again, we're consistently at the boundary of that line. So if we now look at higher up the chain, and we look at the arms and what they're doing. And the arms are really important because they give us rhythm, balance, and control. So we're going to look at how they're moving. And we'll just slow them down. So before, the arms stayed very much close to the body here, whereby there's limited movement. If we just play that through, they're shifting across that body. So you can see where the dots here have started to twist round, and the chest is therefore starting to point in this direction of the room as that left foot's coming in. And not using our arms wastes more energy than it ideally wants to. And again, on this side, we got more of a twist of those shoulders, which was a cue that we were not using our arms efficiently in the cycle. In the running action. And you can just see where the arms are just sort of flopping a little bit from the side. If we look at after, and here is a good point to observe. Just in the corner here, we can see Tommy's right hand. Now, in that position, what we've got is we've now changed that hand into that relaxed light fist. So that's coming up to shoulder level, which is what we scaled him back to. So that's a really good improvement. And also we can see, if we zoom in on this position here, we can see that the elbow is coming back towards us, and we've got that arm, that wrist now pointing to the waist, which is an excellent improvement and shows that we are starting to use those arms. I mentioned in the previous video, I think it's just consistency and just keep reinforcing it. And I mentioned it at the end of the session as well. Also, a good indicator that we're using our arms is that shoulder posture has improved. So the line going across is straight, and we can see that the chest is now pointing towards the window that we have in front of us there. So that's all good signs that we are using them, and it's a case of just being just repeating now and continually practicing. The other, if we just play it through, just so we have a look, and also an indicator is that the crossover has reduced. So if we have a look here, again, that's where we're still getting that little bit of crossover. It's because that left arm is just coming across that body. Shoulder posture is still good. We've still got a slight twist, but it's still in a good position from that point. But we just got that left arm, that last frame is coming across, and you can just see where the left hand, from where it is on one side of the body, Tommy's side of the body here, it just flicks just down and across a little bit, which is an indicator of why we still have that crossover. So keeping that arm on the left side of the body whilst he's running is going to help with that right foot where it lands. But again, the chest position is facing forwards. It's not exaggerated, pointing to the other side of the room. If we continue to play that through, we can see the arms coming back. Also here, this is a good point to pause, because we've now got good improvement in body control. in terms of not only coordination, but being able to use our core in the running action to provide stability, because the arms are working close to the body. Whereas if we just see on the left there, the hand coming out to the side or coming slightly wider, that's where we didn't have as improved body control and balance. But now Tommy's balance, his body control, he's running purposefully, he's looking smooth, he's looking effortless, which means we've made Tommy's made great gains in improving his economy and efficiency when he's running. And I will also send you the video where we got him running at 13 kilometers. I hope that helps in terms of the analysis. Any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me.